Hey guys, Coach Victoria Islas from StoMaceWarrior.com, and I'm super excited to be back on my own YouTube channel. This is going to be a vlog style video. I'm going to kind of talk about where the hell I've been, the type of things I've been through in the last few years, and how I'm making my comeback through my platforms. And when I mean comeback, I don't mean anything like super vengeful or anything like that. Just my own personal comeback, my own personal transformation as a coach and just as a woman in this world. So anyways, if you're not looking forward to a vlog style type of video, I absolutely recommend that you just ditch it and wait for my upcoming videos that are more, instructional based and things like that. So one of the things that I have struggled tremendously with in the past few years is with grief. I have lost both of my parents in the past few years. It started with my dad. That's how I got into Still Mace. And then my mother passed away this year, which has made a tremendous impact in the way I see the world, and just with my own life. Okay, so when you lose somebody that you love with all your heart, I'm fortunate enough to have some of the best parents in the world. That affects you. That does something to you, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It really affects you. That's what I've been doing these last few years, to be honest. It seems to be the theme of my life, just grieving. And I know it's not the theme of my life. I had really great times in my life in the past, my childhood, my teenage years. There were a lot of things that happened in the process. This is one of them that is like so hard to even admit sometimes that it has happened, and it's terrible, guys. So long story short, my mom got really sick a few years ago. I would say two-ish years ago, 2.5 years. And I was her primary full-time caregiver. And so what that means is I left my entire life to take care of my mom. Left my job, left my career. I put it all on hold just to take care of her, because I had promised both of my parents that I would take care of them when they aged. And that's exactly what I did, and I don't regret it. And I'm super grateful and super happy that I had the opportunity to spend those last years with my mom, as tough as it is to talk about it or say it out loud. Best years of my life, but really sad that she had to go. So I switched the room that I was in. My other room was filled with all my MMA stuff, or my MMA bag. And this side of the room is what I'm really excited to share with you. So I'm healing, and through the healing process, I'm cleaning out things. I'm cleaning the areas where I kind of left it as is. And now, I know it sounds weird, but cleaning these areas and getting back to it is part of my healing process. All of my mom's stuff was in the room next door, in my MMA room. And I finally took those boxes. I haven't gotten rid of her stuff. It's really hard to do that. But I get really emotional. I finally took that stuff and I stored it away, which has been a big step forward, right? So I'm just excited that I also invested some of my very little money on, new equipment, new fitness equipment. And I'm super excited because, something that also happened to me is I have a rare autoimmune disorder that attacks my connective tissue. And if you know connective tissue is like everywhere in your body. It's been sucky that during this whole process of becoming a full-time caregiver, I was also struggling with an autoimmune disorder that attacks my connective tissue. So there was a lot of things, a lot of moments, a lot of doubts in my life. I had moments where I was like, wow, am I gonna be able to have a career in movement, a career in Still Mace training, a career as a personal trainer, as a coach, as a health coach? I had a lot of doubts because I was sick, and I didn't know what to do, right? So one of the things that helped me a lot was working with a functional medicine practitioner, and I'm proud to say that that was actually my sister-in-law. And we figured out what was going on. She's actually the one that figured out I had an autoimmune disorder. Kept going to my primary doctor, kept telling me I was like, they couldn't figure it out. She didn't tell me I was crazy, but it's that silent thing that happens when you're at a doctor's office and you've gone for the same thing over and over again, and we can't figure out what's wrong. So then they do kind of start thinking that you're crazy and cuckoo cuckoo. But luckily, I have someone in my family that helped me out. We did lab work, we figured it out. It was an autoimmune disorder, very rare one. And unfortunately, I ended up having it during the time of taking care of my mom. So I had a lot of things going on, guys, at the same time. So if you notice that I went MIA, that's really what happened. So let me show you like all the cool new equipment that I got. I got this cool new barbell rack by Cap, and it's red, of course, Warrior Red, still Mace Warrior Red. I'm really actually excited about the pull-up bar because I lost a lot of my strength in my upper body over the years, so I'm really glad to be getting back to that. So it has a really great pull-up bar here, and then I also got these wonderful suspension training kit from Amazon. That's the brand if you want to check it out. I'll also link it below. Super affordable. I think I spent like what, $35 on that. Awesome. And I also got these. Check these out, guys. These are handles, grip handles that you can add to any bar, any style of bar, right? So this is actually a barbell, as you can tell. So I was using them to do inverted rows, and they work wonderful, and they put your grip in a neutral position. So instead of this, right, this position, now you're doing this position. Really freaking cool. Got these super cheap too on Amazon, about 20 bucks, and they're very helpful for things like exactly like this here, right? So on the barbell with these rows, and then you can also place them, if I grab this, you can also place these up on your pull-up bar, and they attach really well. I'm actually hanging right now, you just can't see it, but super cool handle there, neutral grip handles. Again, suspension training, and my awesome new rack. And I love my rack because it has storage for all of barbell weights, and I can actually put this barbell into that little hole, and it holds it in place nice and neat. I love organization, so that's really helpful. But anyways, that's my setup. I was super excited to share that with you. And then I also put up all of my awesome banners. There's my Shakana. In case you don't know what the Shakana is, it's the Inca cross, okay, Inca. And I made this design a little bit before my mom got sick, and I did it for a boot camp I was having for Still Mace training. And yeah, it has all the spirit animals. And yeah, so I put that up, and then here's my other banner, just simple logo. And so anyways, I've just been setting up this space to get back to it. Then I got all my bands, got my mobility, like tools. Here's acupressure point. Oops, there goes that. There, I got my 15-pound maces there, 15-pound maces. Then over here, I've got all of my 10-pound maces, and I accumulated all of these over the years for boot camps and things like that. But I got my homemade Gada. I actually have a YouTube video for this that you might want to check out. Actually handmade that with cement in my backyard. So super cool. And then of course I have okay, like this shouldn't be here. This is just to trim my trees. Anyways, I've got all of my like custom maces, completely custom by Paige McNelly, and I will make sure I link that below on the YouTube channel so you can check his stuff out. It's super awesome. It has Still Mace Warrior, obviously that's in reverse, but Still Mace Warrior imprinted on it. This one has my spirit animal, the jaguar, imprinted into it. He hand carved it into it, which I love. These are some of my favorites. And of course I have all the awesome 8X maces by Don over at 8X. Got a few here that he actually gifted me, and I don't forget that, so I always make sure to help him a little bit and promote him because he's a really awesome guy from Florida. So these are actually American made as well. I just want to point that out. They're adjustable, really awesome maces. Guys, so I think I was just supposed to show you like my new equipment, and I just went into a full tour of the warrior room. That's what I call it. It's here in my home. It's like a private little gym that I have. I sometimes bring a client in here once in a while, though I do most of my stuff online. But this is like the warrior room. I have like all kinds of unconventional tools. I love it. And I think the last thing I want to show you is like my cold punching bag, because the warrior room wouldn't be completed without it. So let me show you that. Beautiful MMA bag. Of course, have you noticed in red? Red, guys, red is my favorite color. And then I have this tower over here for all my ab work. You can do some pull-ups on there, but it's not as awesome as I wanted it to be, and that's the reason why I wanted to buy this rack over here, because I wanted to have more metal structure that can handle a lot more, and this one does it 100%. But as you can tell, I do a variety of things. You know, I have my maces, I have barbell, I have suspension training, you know, I have a bench, I got dumbbells, kettlebells over there, and then I've got all my conditioning like stuff where, you know, I do Muay Thai a lot of the time. I'm Muay Thai certified, so this is actually a Muay Thai setup for me. I got some cool whatchamacallums here for training as well. I'm calling them whatchamacallums because I'm having a lot of brain farts right now. It's called the Grieving brain, I guess. And that's my old setup. That's my old barbell rack setup. I went from that to that wonderful thing. Anyways, that was it. That was my little vlog, my little rant into, you know, all my new equipment and me getting back into it. And I'm really excited to be back. I don't know if you guys are excited to have me back. I know I'm excited, and I think that's all that matters. But, you know, let me know if there's certain subjects with Steel Mace that you want to know about. I'm super open to answering any and all questions Steel Mace Fitness. And obviously, you know, go check out my new podcast. It's called The Warrior's Promise. And I have a book coming out that is going to be all about getting back to it after having tons of setbacks, which I will admit I'm a freaking pro at. I'm an alchemist. I convert all my pain into transformation. So this book is all about that. It's all about just showing you how to get through setbacks. So if you've had setbacks in your life, I know I've been grieving a lot, but you might have something else going on. This book is for you, and I'm super excited to release it. It's gonna take a bit, but I'll keep you posted. If you want, you can sign up for my newsletter as well. I'll leave the link below. But other than that, check out the podcast. Upcoming book coming, coaching services coming, and I'm super excited to be back, guys. And thank you for having me once again. All right, guys, see you next time.